and have vivid imaginations. But even they can't imagine how fast their future will be here. Hi, I'm State Treasurer Michael Fitzgerald, and the time to start planning is today. Log on to collegesavingsiowa.com to learn more about Iowa's 529 plan and register to win a $5,290 college savings account. They grow up fast. Plan now for their tomorrow.
What does your toothbrush really cost? Arm & Hammer Spin Brush removes up to 70% more plaque in hard-to-reach places. And that could mean less pain here and here. So what does your toothbrush really cost? For more ways to save, visit spinbrush.com.
Preparation starts early. You're setting up cameras, scouting the area, sitting in a tree stand. No unnecessary movements. Blend into your surroundings. The animal pops out and you're ready to go. The atmosphere at the archery shop is awesome. It's a place to get info on how to become a better bow hunter. I'm Eric Shack. I'm an archery expert at Shields.
When Bill Larson's brakes started squeaking. When Pam Summers' check engine light went on. And before Tom headed out on vacation. They all came here. Midas. Total car care. Total customer care. That's the Midas touch.
At GMC, incredible thinking is everywhere. It's in the state-of-the-art dealerships. It's in a customer experience that's ranked highest by J.D. Power. And it's in the advanced engineering of the entire GMC lineup. Now get 0% financing for 60 months on any of these GMC models. Plus, 1 year of Sirius XM on Acadia and Terrain.
KCRG TV9 Sports covers college football like no one else, going on the road to away games and roaming the sidelines at home. In-depth coverage on players and coaches. Scott Sable and the entire KCRG sports team bringing you this football season.
During last week's UN Assembly in New York, the White House made the announcement that President Obama would not meet with Iran's new leader. But the big surprise came yesterday when President Obama revealed his secret phone call with Iranian President Rouhani, the first meeting between the country's leaders since Jimmy Carter. Here's ABC's Jonathan Karl with more.
Not since before this, the storming of the U.S. Embassy in Tehran and the 444-day hostage crisis that followed, has a U.S. president spoken to an Iranian president.
The very fact that this was the first communications between an American and Iranian president since 1979 underscores the deep mistrust between our countries, but it also indicates the prospect of moving beyond that difficult history.
News of the call first broke with a tweet from Iran's president shortly before President Obama announced it. Rouhani had turned down a face-to-face meeting when both men were in New York on Tuesday, but the call was his idea. Rouhani has been in New York all week, speaking at the UN and vowing warmer relations with the United States. The obstacles are huge. For years, war with Iran has seemed more likely than diplomatic progress. But the president says he sees a chance for a big change, beginning with renewed talks on Iran's nuclear program.
I believe we've got a responsibility to pursue diplomacy, and that we have a unique opportunity to make progress with the new leadership in Tehran.
Right after the president touted his historic conversation with the president of Iran, he lashed out at a group he hasn't been talking to, Republicans in Congress, who he blamed for putting the government on a path to shut down in just 3 days.
Nobody gets to threaten the full faith and credit of the United States just to extract political concessions. No one gets to hurt our economy and millions of innocent people just because there are a couple of laws that you do not like.
And we are now only 3 days away from a possible government shutdown. The Senate passed a bill that would allow the government to stay open last night. Now, that bill is back in the House of Representatives, who have the foreseeable future of the government on their shoulders. The key issue holding everything back is the funding of the Affordable Care Act. Former Republican presidential nominee Mitt Romney says working together is the only way to get things done.
The president spends his time attacking the opposition party. and ascribing malevolent intent to their values and their purposes. And that's, in my opinion, an enormous mistake in his part. You've got to reach across the aisle.
House Republicans will be working a long weekend to try to come up with a game plan for what happens next.